Welcome back to Alchemy Factory. My name is Nilaus, and we are continuing here in the new year with more. There's so much support and so much interest in the game, and we have so many more things to do. So what are we going to do today? Well, let's have a look at our glorious little tech tree. Oh, we got an upgrade. Oh, already, I haven't even started the game, and I'm already getting distracted. Is it fuel or is it fertilizer? I think fertilizer is more important. Anyway, research. We are all the way down here. We basically want to do panacea potions so we can complete this level, but that's not really the first thing. We are still not really ready or completely done with the previous tier, so let's focus on the Venus so we can make a lot of money. This should not be a problem because we have all the 5 different potions and we don't have the sulfuric acid, but we do have a good recipe for sulfuric acid that we did last time. So we do have some pretty good builds available, or some at least able to set it up. So I want everything here to be made in 20 per minute. That means we're going to be starting with this mega build here. We're going to use a new one of these, and it's probably going to be something like this. So this will make a Venus there, and it sells for 10 gold, which of course will be 11 gold with our extra coinage here. And we want 20 per minute, so we want up to build everything here in 20 per minute. The interesting thing is, the easiest one to make is actually going to be, it's down here, this one. So let's actually just take, this is it, right? We don't even need this one. Okay, copy, because this doesn't even need a whole space, so we can just build it next to it. It's super simple, and it just needs a little bit of fertilization, then it's all good. There, stamp it down. Let's see how far we want it, like 1 tile away, and then it's going to be 1, 2. There we go. And I will need a little bit of a box. I think I'll do this and then take this out and then rotate it so that it goes in here and in here. And the other ones will be coming in by hopper. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then out here we'll get the sulfuric acid. And of course I forgot these. Damn. I wonder where those actually went. Okay, so then that's, and there. Good. So let's get these 2 in. So that's the first one. I also need something else. So let's look at the next one. The next one will be the vitality potion. Do we have a vitality? I want this to be the sulfuric acid, so we'll wait a little bit with this. And vitality potion, that'll be right here, but we do already have a vitality potion. I've just amended it a little bit so that it is, oops, the vitality potion we already have is not so relevant, to be honest. 1, 2, we'll take this one. The reason why oh, that's not actually very good. Oh, that is actually correct. Let's take this here. T. Ah! Damn it. This part here. Alright. That's what happens. There. Let's look at the vitality potion, because we already have vitality potion, but this vitality potion is a little bit nicer. So we just build it. I don't want it overlapping. There, that's not overlapping, but it's now connected. So what are we getting in here? We're gonna need some stone. There we go, the quick lime. And that means this one has to be switched over to a stone build. And this one has to be switched over to a stone build. And this is not a cauldron build, so no worries. That's gonna go here. And I think the fertilization is good as well, so we just need to get the red currants. Let's get the red currants and then get something for this one as well. Oh, actually, here's the thing. It's so much easier than running over there. You can just build it like this. And then switch it here and say, okay, I need 2 of these, and then go G. Then you fill it up. And then the next one would be sage. Get 1 of those. And the last one we wanted was flax. There. And of course you can't go in. Get that. And then we can take this out. Means here we'll get the red currant seeds, and here we get the red currant seeds. And that should get us all of that in here shortly. And we'll also get this one set up. This will be sage and flax. And that should get this one working. Yes. And is it coming in here? Should be. Should be. Why not? Okay, it is outputting. So yeah, we can see something there. There we go. It's starting to work. And what about you? Are you also starting to work? One of them is spinning. Yeah, so you're spinning. You're not spinning for some reason. It should be fine. Why are you not spinning? So this is honestly a complete mystery to me why game developers fail to do this every single time. So this is working. It's just not going on in here until this one is completely saturated. So this saturates at 1000 and then only the excess goes in here, which means that this intersection is not an even split. It means that everything that comes into this intersection flows out here before anything flows in here. Like, why would you do that? Like, why would developers keep doing this mistake? It's the same thing that this game has also done with boxes. If you have inputs, what? If you have an input, an output like this, then if you have a limited input, limited output, it's not going to be even. It's not going to alternate between the outputs, which it absolutely must do. Like, come on, it's a factory game. Do factory stuff. So this is it's a bug. I'm going to call it that. It's a bug. It's pretty shitty that it works like this, that it sends everything this way. And only when this one is saturated at 1000 will it start sending something. It will even out, but it's really freaking annoying that you can't trust a split. Anyway, that is it is working according to the design, but the design is atrocious. And we can then lead it in here. So that is now 2 items we're getting in. Great. I also dislike this here because of exactly the same reason. That means one of them will always be working first and the other one will be stalling. So it's much better for me to just have a big box. It is what it is. Good. So that's that one. Let's see what we want for the next thing. That would be, I guess we can make, this is making growth potions, but these growth potions are actually specifically made for feeding here, so to keep the line fed. So this is not going to be my 20 growth potions going in here. That's not how it works. So I could build another one next to it, but I could also build something else. I think I want to build it over here. So growth potion, that means, oh, and it means, let's see, on the list, it must be the transformation potion we need now. Yes, transformation potion. Let's build that here. Now, transformation potion is, has to use the new design that we came up with. Let's see, transformation potion. How do we make that? Where is it? Fertilizer and where are the damn potions? Where are the damn potions? They're not here. That one, transformation potion. I don't know where it is, but that requires the gloom spores and it's made in assembler. Okay, so let's assemble this. And if we do transformation potion like this, it gets 20 out and then it needs 20 gloom spores. That is when we get to our build of we did last time with gloom spores, and the coke is easy. Then we just need gloom spores. The gloom spores will was working at 16 point something, so we need a double build of that, a Cauldron 2 for the gloom spores like this. Something like this. This will be the gloom spores, and then in order, what was the recipe we needed for the gloom spores? See if I can remember that. That was copper coins, and planks. So that's what we need to build, and we need to build it in here. Let's see, copper coins, and planks. Yes, like this. It makes 16.7, so I do need 2 of them, even if I only need 20 in total. So we're going to be setting this one up, which is pretty simple to set up. So this turned out a little bit bigger than I had anticipated. I need 3 of these, which means I need 2 bank portals going in here for copper coins, because I need 10, 20. Each of these are consuming 16. So that's 30 something, so I need at least 30 coming in here. And then there is, just see that we're missing something here. And that's coming from out here and then going to, yeah, let's just make it like this. There we go. And then that goes like that. So it goes out and goes up here. That's the copper ingots. Did I want copper ingots? Yeah, no, yes. The copper coins, the copper ingots, and the table saw. Yes, that's it. That one, and that one. Yes, that's it. Copper bearings are not good enough. Don't have copper bearings. I do have copper bearings somewhere. I just want to be curious about this. Copper bearings. No, it's not enough. Okay, so it does has to be like a step up. Good. Perfect. That is why we do this. Okay, so let's enable all of this. This is setting up to logs. And remember, as usual, all the blueprints are available to patron supporters. So if you're a patron supporter and you kind of miss something about what we're doing here, then you can just snatch the blueprints and then get them from the Patreon page. Cool. And that should get us all of the transformation potion. It'll of course be making 30 something of the bloom spores, but it's only going to be consuming 20 down here. I don't think anything needs to be pre-fueled. No. So what we need now is sort of building the next build here, and I need to get things flying in here, and I want to make it sort of a consistent build. So I'm going to do it like this. There. So you're going to go in to the first. Yes, because vitality is on the other side. And you go here. So vitality goes into this. Transformation goes in here. And that should get us the transformation soon. Yes, this transformation potion is coming in. So next thing is the growth potion. Growth potion, well, it's just basically this build. So it's pretty simple to set up. And this will be stamped down here. So it's not overlapping. Smash it in. And that should be good. These two are connected. Let's see if the money is flowing in. Yes, it is. And is the fuel flowing in as well? Nope, but it is coming. So fuel is coming in and money is coming in. So all this will eventually get working. And I do need a little bit of seed in here just to get it going. Here's another interesting thing. I cannot allow this to be the case. Why? Well, because this is supposed to be making 20 per minute, and this is making 20 minutes, so I can't allow it to go back here and feed this, which means I actually need to get it in from the other side, which means that I think I actually need to make a little catapult over here. This is kind of funny. Let's see, how far is the catapult actually reaching? I wonder if it can reach this far. I can't remember how good or bad the catapults actually are, and too far. Oh, come on. And there we go. We are now sending this one in. Boop. Coming in. And that keeps this one fueled. And are we making it? Yes, we are. This is a big box. And then I want to just continuously use this pattern. And that's going to be I'm going to put it next to it and then go 2 tiles back here. Then you go into that one. You go into that. And you go into the second one. Yeah. That should get us growth potions. And that is one more thing done. So now the only thing we need is blast potions. Now blast potions need an awful lot of carbon or of black powder. And we do have black powder out here. So instead of making a dedicated black powder build, I'm actually going to leech from this belt, which will take too much. But then I'm also going to be adding another black powder build afterwards. So basically I'm going to empty the belt out here for black powder, and then I'm going to fill it up again. It's I think that's a better way. If I kind of did it the other way around, it would kind of not work. So we can use our blast powder build that we already have developed in a previous episode. And it just needs a little bit. So I need some black currants and I need some wood. Well, this might not be working entirely as it is supposed to. Yeah. There are some of these locations that are just a little bit bad. They're overlapping, not overlapping. And slide it over. Smash it in. Let's see if that smash got done. Looks good. We're going to get money in here. We're going to get fuel in here. And we already am getting this other thing. So this is existing build. This will use quite a lot of stone to get this one processed. It doesn't need to be fed, but I'm going to do that anyway. This is interesting why that kind of got... But I'm going to do this a little bit different here. This is actually going to be the fuel input. And how do I get the fuel input in here? Well, I do have the fuel sort of behind here somewhere. So could I get it in a different way without intersecting with all the other stuff? No, I don't think I can. So basically what I need is, what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to take a second line out here because I rather want to use my existing design. I feel that it's more important for me to use my existing design than to sort of redo the whole thing just for this specific case. Because I know this design works. So I'm going to be happy with it. And then I am going to build a box like this. And we're going to build a cannon out here. And this cannon will then go into... That's one. No. Oh no, this is incorrect. Oops. Well, try again. Here. Here. And... there. Right? Yes. So you're shooting in here. Let's see. Is it working though? It is very much working. And we're going to get way too many blast potions, but whatever. Here. And here. And here. So that means we now have soon. Yes, we got everything except the sulfuric acid. And the sulfuric acid is by far the worst one. So that's going to be the next challenge. Let's see. So we do have sulfuric acid comes from sulfur, and that comes from crushed sulfur, and that means we need to do the recipe, the cauldron recipe that we have done before. This cauldron recipe. Oh, wrong road. And it is going to be, what is it going to be? Chamomile, coal, and copper bearing goes in here. So let's see if we can snatch a chamomile from out here. There. That was chamomile, coal. Where do we have coal? We must have coal somewhere. Right? Yes, here. Coal. Just a little bit of coal. And then copper bearings. We should have that in inventory. Coal and copper bearings. Yes, that's the one. So we need... This is producing 17 point something. And then we need to make the sulfuric acid. That's made in an... I think it's in an advanced alembic. Is it? Oh, someone put all of those. There. Try again. I think it was this. Nope. Just a normal alembic, maybe. Yes. So that means crushed sulfur, and that gets 600. I need 400. So I could make do with 400 here. That would be 20 here. But that's still not enough. So if this is going to be 2 of these anyway, then I might as well build it. Produce a plank with a cauldron. I just got an achievement. Produce a plank with a cauldron. That's not great. That's definitely something that's not working. I don't like that achievement. That is not a good achievement to get. Because that means somewhere... I have a cauldron that is not working. Huh. Well, that's fun. So what else is annoying about this? The fact that we now need 2 of these means that now I have to get, if you look at the quantities, I need 34 or more than 34 chamomile because I need to make sure that it's saturated. That's not a problem. I need more than 34 or at least more than 20. I don't want to look at that. Coal. So I need 2 coal locations. I need copper bearings. I need more than 20. I need actually 30 copper bearings, which means I need 2 of those bank portals. And then on top of that, the bad one here is the 1800, which if we look over here on this one, would correspond to this is 600. So I'd need 3 of these, which means I also need to get rid of this stone as well. So let's start building it somehow. We're going to be starting from somewhere. This will be for salt, which will then be crushed. Yes, and then that will be filtered outbound because it's coming out as 2 different outbounds. So I need to filter it, and the filter stuff is actually going to be the salt coming up top. Can never find salt in this list here. I can never find anything in this list. Good. And that means I am going to get a little blob there, and then that's going to actually put an extractor directly in here. And then from below, I don't know, this will be the sand coming out. So this is we need 3 of these builds. Damn it. Well, let's go grab more stuff here. This is all the stuff I've just prepared for build. Probably going to be needing more anyway. There. And there. So this is the salt taken care of, but not actually the sand taken care of. So we also need to do that. But if we just take this out, then I can also get a chamomile, which I don't think I have an inventory. So let me just build that here. That will just go in here, and I don't have that yet. So let's get another portal. I do like this way of getting the things inbound. There. And there. So that's the chamomile. Good. Then the next thing we want to do is going to be basically the same as this, except now it's going to be the coal we want inbound. And that's here and here. That will just go straight into these 2. Then the next thing, you can see it's going to be pretty big. I'll throw these out. Don't need them yet. Then that will be into a bank portal that will go up into. So I guess this will also be a fuel line, which I suppose will come here. Yes. And this coal, I have no idea where that's going to go. Let's just do it like this for now. No, definitely underneath. There. And that means the small ones. That goes in. And what are we going to do up here? Yeah, that's the kiln. I do know the flow of this, but there's still a lot of things that need to be done. And that kiln has to be copper ingots. I need to get back here. Good. So that comes out at 6,000 per minute, and this consumes 4,000 per minute, so it's plenty. Then I need it to actually just get built here, which means I need some here, and that is the bearings. And then we do the same thing again. Right next to it. Rope. There's the next one. And we're going to get... I'm going to keep dragging this forward. I don't know exactly where that has to be. There. This. Trim it the other way. Good. So now I have all the things I need. Except that I have not dealt with all of the sand yet. So let's do that. Let's see. If I want to deal with the sand, I will need refining. Here. It's going to be 1. And the first one has to be 2 of these because it's just getting too much. So this is going to go over here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we get 7, then it comes out as shards. That means I can do that here. And then I'm also going to be throwing this out. I am also going to do this one, throwing this in, because that's just easier. This one will just make it into shards, and the shards will go out here and be part of a Topaz build later on. So now you're going to go out, and then I'm going to find a way to get my blueprint for the 2 Cauldron build here. Get that to merge, because I have 1, 2, and 3 inputs. All right, so here it is, the final build. We are going to get all this in here. This one doesn't have a target yet, but it will get a target. We have the money belt ready. It comes in here. This one goes up to the top lane. The coal stays on the bottom lane, and then the middle lane will be the chamomile coming in. So that, and then it goes out. When it comes out, it goes into 2 crushes to become crushed, obviously. And then I just need a little bit of piping. That looks very nice. And then it goes up until it connects. Great. So let's hook it up and see how this works. I'm going to start by hooking this one up. I'm going to hook this one up. And then the big one, the really expensive one. Then let's see how that gets hooked up. And the chamomile flowers are getting thrown around. Do I have some spare? Yes, I do. And it goes in. This will take quite a while to fill up, because each of these stone needs, it's eating a lot of the silver coming in. But gradually, this one should be the coal. Come on, get us some coal. Is this one working? Yes, it is. So we're going to start seeing something in here. I could throw in the stuff that I already have just to get it going. We got the coal going. Right, oops. Now the first one shouldn't be working. Here. Now they should be consuming any more. This one is still having a little bit more. There we go. That's full. This one still hasn't gotten anything in here yet. Come on, that one. That one has to bypass. Yes, indeed. And there you go. So that is also. So coal is coming in. Is it working? Oh, there we go. We've got the first thing. So that goes out to the sulfur. Sulfur is crushed. Crushed comes in here. And the brine is coming in on this pipe. So that means we're actually getting this one. And look at that. We got it. It's working. The Venus is here. Then all we need to do is just make a little output. We are going to get a box for this here. I'm going to get a thrower. This one really should have, and it's kind of important. And I think I have, one of these. Definitely one of these. Because I don't want to store 2 finished Venuses over here, so we just don't have 1. This one will now go up to that location. And then all we need to, well, actually, I'm not going to do that yet, because I want to see the first one flying in. So now we just play the waiting game. So while this one is chugging along, let's do some other design. I have prepared a little bit down here. What I really want to explore is this one, Topaz, because we are going to get crude shards from the sulfur and crude shards from the growth potion and crude shards from the growth potion. Wouldn't that be nice if we could sort of use them for something? So if we take the crude shard plus the broken shard plus some copper bearings, which we know how to do, then we can actually make Topaz. That's pretty neat. So what if we try to build a design for this? That means we're going to be getting a single refiner in here. This one. Then I need inputs for this. And I also need input for this location. Oh. And you're going to go from here. That'll just be the fuel inbound, because that's the only thing that will need fuel. Then funny how I feel like I placed this one. Nope, not really. There you go. That's going in. The last one will be, let's see. So that will be another kiln, which will be facing, this is too close, so I have to build it here. So that's the kiln. We've done this before, that one, and that gets copper. And then I'm going to build a design up here, which will be here. Here, and that will be getting that one. Yeah, and Oh, right, that's not incorrect. Not correct. From here and in here. And that means I need a money portal. Oops. Which also now defines how close we can make it. That's the money portal. And there. Okay, so we now know exactly where this has to be built. Good. So we're going to get a resource portal and a resource portal. These will be set to quite expensive, that one, and the same for the other one. Then I want to do something important, which is weird, but we can actually buy these. Buy, and I get these two, and I put them in here because I don't want to spend. These cost 44 silver, so I don't really want to have one in here plus two in here, if I can avoid it, which I only can partially avoid. But hey, if I can do this, then I gotta do it. It saves a lot. It's a nice little trick when you have something that's a little bit too expensive, then you just save it here. So these have to be consolidated into a. They actually don't have to be consolidated into this one because I have to be. This has to consolidate, and then I have to get like this. Two of them go in here, one goes in here. So I need to split it three ways. 1, 2, and 3. So that these two go in and become one broken shard instead of the two crude shards become one broken shard, and then means it goes out here. So this needs to be a priority merger, I guess. Yeah. How are we going to do a priority merger right there? Oh, I do know. We just move the whole thing because it's already too far on this side. So we're going to move it over to this side, and then we can make a priority merger here. That will be, let's do a flat one. There. This is going to be the non-primary, and the primary one is coming out with a box here and a hopper like this. Because then it can take the crude shard, and crude shard in here. Get that prioritized. I will even go so far as to say we are going to disable this one right now. I don't mind enabling this one. It's not bad. And this one is set to here. So, get this. Cut it, and let's build it somewhere in here. Overlapping, not overlapping. All right. Fuel is coming in. Money is coming in. Let me just junk some money in here. These are not coming in yet because I want this one to be set up first. So I'm going to need to get a hopper build. We are going to do two of these. We are going to go first the outbound one. This will be from here. And you're going to be here. That will. And unfortunately, that will also be going up. There. Because that can then go up to the second one. The first one will be reserved for the Venus. Oh, we have built one. Ooh, I'm just going to complete this. Then we're going to be getting another one of these builds, which will now collect it. Damn. The other way. But I still want to place it like this. Good. So this will shoot backwards. And you will shoot backwards. And then what is going in here? That is going to be a turret set up here. You will go in to this one. Does it work? Yes. And this will just prevent this from ever jamming. Ever. Let's see. And from here as well. That one. Let's see if this is actually working. Oh, it is. Good. And they shoot backwards. That gets us a little bit of feed in here. Very nice. The one thing we don't have, though, is I can just smash this in here. I can smash a little bit more. Good. So we get Topaz now. Yay! And once that's done, now we can enable this. which will be super expensive and consume way too much, but it'll still be worth it because Topaz is a very, very valuable one. But we get 3 Topaz from our sand, incidental sand production. Let's go over here. It has not gone in to this location. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. There. And there. Whew. Got it. Got it just in time. And yeah. Good. So these 2, they are needed because they only produce 20. And this one, I need basically 10. So it's 10 of these plus 10 of these. That's 20 of crude shards to go into the broken shard. So it's 30 in total. Hence I need 2. All right. So let's fire this one. That should be sort of inside this. You're going to go to here. Yes. Yes. Yes, there is. And come on. There is. And there is. And that's a giant blob. All right, we got it. We got it. It's working. That was all we wanted to do today. And we then also want the other one to come in. And we got some French fries already coming in with the Topaz. They are handily coming in. And that, isn't that nice? We got the glorious Venus build right now. Awesome. That means the next build, the next episode, if there will be a next episode, then pending sort of enthusiasm, is actually going to be, okay, we're not going to be selling any of these yet, but we should see someone come in and steal this pretty quickly. As I was saying, the next objective will be the Panacea Potion. This is crazy fuel value and crazy nutrient value. It's also very, very expensive, but we can get it from the World Tree. So that would be the next one, and then we can actually, or even unlock the last tier. Just, yeah, get some of this stuff, and then maybe we'll get started on this stuff here. And, you know, yeah, I don't know. It's still a pretty big game for, considering how the modest tech tree, it's a pretty big game. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the future episode. Until then, take care and stay effective.